Sets is a
Yes.
part of collection. Sets from collection. So collection is also a variable in which we store multiple data. Fine. What makes the difference between the sets, list, and tuple? Sets are represented with curly brackets. Give the name to the set and it is represented with curly brackets and you can put the elements in it. Joy, Eve, Max. So let's say this is my set. It is represented with curly brackets. Tuples is represented with simple brackets. List is represented with square brackets. And sets are unchangeable. The main difference between the collections is unchangeable, ordered, and this unchangeable, ordered, and the next one is unindexed. So they are unchangeable. Sets are unchangeable. Unindexed. Unindexed means when it is unordered. It is unordered also. When it is not following a order in the which you have inserted, so you cannot give the indexes also. It is unindexed also. Unordered means it is not stored in the way in which you have inserted. So these are the sets. Sets cannot be changed. However, we have a workaround to change the sets. Like we change the tuple, we add the items in the tuple by converting it into a list and again converting back into a tuple. Similarly, we have some way workaround in sets also. But however, the original sets are unchangeable, unindexed and unordered. Right? Clear
Yes,
the
ma'am.
difference between. So let's make a new file for a set. Sets.py. And I'm creating a set. My set equal to start the curly brackets, give the element name, names here. And fine. How to print the set? Just say print and give the name of the set. It will give you all the elements of the set. So when I run it, can you see? It has displayed a output, but there is one difference. Can anyone see what they have changed? My set was Apple.
Ma'am, they have
Right?
changed the double quotes to single quotes.
No, Vihans. The double quotes
Ma'am,
and
no, they have changed the order of the set.
right. They have changed the order of the set because sets are unordered. Sets they can be displayed in any random order. They are not be placed like apple is, I have placed in first order, so index number of apple is 0. Banana is on 1, so index number 1, so banana is at my set 1. But sets don't follow the indexing because sets are unordered. I placed in apple, banana, orange, grapes, but displayed as orange, banana, grapes, apple. So it is displaying in a random order. That's why we say sets are unordered. Is this clear why sets are unordered?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how to access the elements of the sets? When it is unordered, we don't have a specific index, then how to access it? So let's see that. The next topic is accessing the set items. You cannot access items in a set by referring to an index order key. As I said, they are in unordered. You cannot say that apple at one index, this my set at 1 is banana. my set at 0 is apple because they are in unordered. But you can use a loop through set using a for loop. We haven't done the loops yet, and I'm not covering any topic, any loops topic in the list tuples also. I'm leaving the for loop as of now because I'll be covering the for loop after the collections. Then we will be using the loops in the list also, tuples also, sets and dictionaries. As of now, you guys just note it down how to access the items in the sets. We cannot access the items directly by the indexing. We can access the items of the set by a for loop. How to access the items with the for loop, which we will be covering when we will do the for loop. Okay? So write this line. We can access the set items using for loop. How to add the items in the tuples. Once a set is created, you cannot change its item, but you can add the new items. So sets are unchangeable. You cannot change the item. You can update the item, but you can add the item. So how to add the item? By using the add method. Now remember, in every collection, the methods are different. In list, we used append method and insert method. In tuples, we cannot do that. In set, we have the method called add. Add method is used to add the item. So how to do the add? Just say, give the name of the set, my set dot add, and give, sorry, I have used the caps lock. My set dot add, and then in the double quotes, write what you want to add. Let's say I want to add kiwi, and now print. It will add the item. Okay, Vihan. So can you see kiwi is added, Renisha?
Yes, please.
Kiwi is added, but it is added at the first place. It should be added at the end. But as I said, that sets are unordered. It is adding at any place. Okay?
Okay, miss.
So this is about adding an item in a tuple. Now the next is update method. If you want to add items from the another set into the current set, when you have multiple items to add method is used to add only one thing, one item. When you want to add multiple items, then how to add multiple items? Take one more set and put all the items in that, and then use the method update, which will add all the items in one set. How to do that? Let's say I take here new set, or I say my set 1 equal to, I'm saying here 12, 10, okay, 13, okay. I have taken one more set. I want to join two sets. So I will say my set dot update, and in the update, put the another set name, my set 1. Now print the previous set. I am updating the values in the original set. What values which are there in the new set, my set 1. Now print my set. Can you see? All the values are appended.
Yes, miss.
And they are unordered. So they can be inserted in any order.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
to put multiple values, use update. To put one value, use add. Clear?
Yes,
I've
ma'am.
written both the methods, add and update in your notes.
Okay, ma'am.
Miss, I didn't write it yet.
Okay. We did the what are sets, how to access the items in the set, how to add the items in the set. Now today we will learn how to remove the items from the set. Okay. How to remove the items in the set? We use two methods. One is remove and one is discard. Remove method you have done in the tuples in the list also. Remove method is used to remove an item. Similarly, you will be using the same method in sets also. You will be using set name dot remove, and in the remove you will be giving the item name what you want to remove, which will remove the item. Okay. The another method is discard. Discard works as the same method, same as the remove, but if the item does not exist, remove will raise an error. However, discard will not raise an error if the item does not exist. So either you can use discard or you can use the remove method. Both are same. So let's say we have a set. My set equal to sets always start with the curly bracket, so you will be putting the curly brackets. My set, I say apple, grapes, and orange. I want to remove grapes. So I say my set dot remove and give the item grapes. Grapes will be removed. Or you can use the discard method. You say my set. Let's say I'm using again this. I'm using discard method on grapes. Discard method will not give me error if the item does not exist. It will simply run the program, simply run the program, no error method. But if you have used remove and the item does not exist, it will give you an error. Now you will see the item has been removed, only two items are left. So two methods to remove the item. One is remove and another is discard. The another method is clear method. Clear method will clear all the set. It will delete everything in the set. So if you say my set dot clear, it will remove all the items from the set. The set will be empty. So everything will be removed and set will be empty. Can you see the empty set is coming now?
Yes.
So three things: remove, discard, and clear. Okay, clear will remove everything. You can also use pop method, but pop method is used to remove any random item when you are not sure what item you want to remove. Then you can just say pop. It will pop any item. Any random item is used for the pop.
Okay.
Okay. Next is join sets. How to join the sets? There are several ways to join two or more sets. One is the update method, which we have already done when we were doing the add sets. Add, you can use the update method when you have multiple values. It will join the sets. Then there are several ways. One is union. Union method returns a new set with all the items from the both set. It is similar to the update one. Either you can use update or union. It will merge the values of all the set.
Okay.
So let's say I take one more set. This is my new set. I say here my set dot union, and inside the union give the another set. Now this command will return one value. When this command will return a value by merging the two sets, you need to store somewhere, right? You need to store somewhere. So I'll take another set. I say my this set equal to, I'm storing in the third set and print the third set, which will give me the merger of two. Oh, it didn't merged. Hold on. This set equal to my set dot union new set. Yeah. It should merge both the sets. Why it didn't merge both the set? Strange. This set, my set dot union new set. New set is this, and this set is this. I'm printing this set. Why? Okay, let me try to take the string values. Mm. Oh, it's giving only the last set, but not the previous set. That's not the way. My set dot union will be merging the two sets and storing it in the third set, and I'm printing the third set. That's how we are doing it here also. Or let me kill my terminal. Ah, okay. Why it's giving me the only the last set? Because I have used the clear method. I'm emptying the everything in the set. That's why it's giving the only the new set names. I need to delete this clear method. It is always clearing the set. Now it will merge. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay. So union to join, or you can use this operator. This will also join two sets. Set 1 and then this operator and set 2. It will also join. You just write the list how you can use. You can use any one method. That will be fine. Union and this operator will join the two sets. Join multiple sets. If you have so many sets to join, set 1, set 2, set 3, again you can use unions and mention all the sets separated by comma. It will merge all the sets. So basically use union to join all the sets. Or you can use this operator again between all the names. Set 1 operator, set 2 operator, set 3 operator. It is the same as union only. Either you give the method name and pass all the names of the methods of the sets, or you use the operator. It will also merge all the sets.
Okay.
Clear, Vedhansh?
Yes, ma'am.
You can also join different data types. You can join list or tuple with the set by using again the union method. You say one you are taking as a set, another is a tuple. You can use x dot union y. It will join it, and result will be a set. So you're joining a set with a tuple using a union method. That is also fine. So let's say in this my example, I'm converting it into a list. I'm putting square brackets. Then also union will work. Same thing, and union will work. Can you see union is working? So you can join
Yes.
set with any other data type using union. Similarly, we have more methods in sets, which are built-in methods you can use on sets to have to whatever is your requirement. You can use the set methods. Just have a look, as there are so many methods. Just have a look what all are there. No need of learning all of them. We will be doing if needed. So add is done. Clear is used to clear. Copy is used to return a copy of the set. Next, discard is also done. There are so many, so we just do the main one. That's it. Which I have already discussed. That are the main methods. No need of doing all the methods. Pop is done, remove is done, union is done, update is done. There will be so many methods we will be discussing based on the programs if we get any. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So that's all about sets. Set topic is done. We will be moving to the another topic, but before that, we will be practicing on this. Okay. So you are taking even number set, prime number set, and odd number set, adding a number in a set, merging the two sets by using the update method, using the pop method to randomly pop the number, and then you are using the union in which you are merging again the sets, and the union operator by union operator in which you are merging all the three sets in a new set. So that's an example of set methods. All right. Oh. So what are dictionaries? Dictionaries means which is having a key and a value pair. This you will give the name of the dictionary, and with a key and a value pair, you will give the name Minhash, grade 6 and age 13. If I want to store the uh in a key and a value pair, this should be enclosed in the curly brackets. And every item will be separated with a comma after that. If it is a string, either it is a key or it is a value, it should be in the double quotes. If it is an integer, it then you should not put the double quotes. How to print a value of a dictionary? Print and give the dictionary name. It will print name and a value. Name Medhansh, grade 6 and age 30. You can access the dictionary items with the key also. So you can write dictionary with the key name, with the key in the square brackets. Like in the list, we give the index number. Instead of index number, you will be giving the key name, which will be giving you the value of item. Like that. So dictionaries are ordered, dictionaries are unchangeable, and dictionaries are dictionaries are changeable, ordered, and it don't allow duplicates.